Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No ball, but ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here.
Let's go, baby.
Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here we go. 120. Watch out. Tight end right.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you get them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, gone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Go. Waiting. Go. Check.
Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Wentz, and a completion to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Now Wentz, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He completes it to Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area, correct? Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Connection made here. Goff to Higbee.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now Goff on first down. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there. It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Goff now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll have a first down inside the 10.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught by Wilson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. As time expires in the first half, and the Eagles have taken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 49 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs. And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home. There's Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play. They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there. Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk. Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in? Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum. See what they have up their sleeve. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game. And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants. So how do you stop it? A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route. That's good for 28 yards. Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? Right? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career. We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular? I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back
up for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Now Holyfield, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides at the 36. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Go tonight. 20. Check 47. Watch the slant.
Gurley again here on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Cre'Von LeBlanc with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they got to feel comfortable with that when they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw again on second down. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And down he'll go at the 25. To throw is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the... And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
180. Check 53.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Again, they run with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check out. Hey, kill.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about...
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, say coach please. Reporting live from the winning side. Great they try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes.